Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the second of our World Cup previews. It's Group B, it's Portugal, it's Spain, it's Morocco, it is Iran. Thoughts on this group, Baz?
Interesting.
Well, I mean, I think what is good about this group is that two of the heavyweights of the tournament face each other straight away in Portugal and Spain. Friday night, it's going to go off big time after Morocco and Iran have played the third game of the tournament Friday afternoon. It's
exciting.
It's a stacked group, isn't it? Let's be honest. Portugal and Spain. Obviously, Portugal, current European champions. They've got Ronnie in there. They've got a handful of household names. Ronaldo's sort of, I suppose, it is.
Swan song.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because we put all this pressure on Messi to win a World. Got to win a World Cup. Got to win a World Cup if he wants to be considered the greatest. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say Ronaldo's got to win a World Cup. I don't think I've ever heard that.
But the people put him in the same boat.
Some people do. Some people say he's the greatest.
No, I know, but I think in a general, more round the conversation, I think Messi's compared to Maradona and Pele for his dribbling antics and his goals and stuff. Antics. His dribbling ability, rather, and his goals and stuff. Whereas Ronaldo, I don't think that. I think people think he's a fantastic footballer. I don't know whether he's actually put in that bracket with Pele and with Maradona. I don't.
No, I don't. But then some people do seem.
Well, people do. People will say that. But Messi's won the Copa America, I think, hasn't he?
Oh, he has, to be honest.
Sure he has. If he did, that would be the equivalent of what Ronaldo's won. So, it's the same argument for Ronaldo, surely. If he's to
But it's probably going to be his last World Cup.
Yeah, he's 33.
And it probably is actually. It's not. He's past his peak, isn't he? He's past his best. But then, the way the World Cup is sort of. Go back 2 years to the Euros. No one expected them to win.
No.
They got beat by Iceland. Just made it out the group, and yet went on and win it. And he didn't even play the full game in the final. He played first 20 minutes and then went off injured.
And coached the team.
Attacked by moths, if you remember rightly. And then coached the team basically. Didn't see Salah doing that.
Adair scored the winner in that. He was bang average at Swansea.
So I don't know. I don't know whether I expect them to get out the group, but I don't expect big things from them because I don't think, apart from Ronaldo, I don't think they've got a goal scorer as such. I think they've always struggled with it. I think they've always produced good sides, but never had that goal scorer. And then obviously Ronaldo come to the fore, so that really helped. But I don't know if they've ever had that real goal scorer who could take them up to the next level.
No, that's been a problem for them. They've always had good players like Charisma. They've had Samau. Remember Samau was the big thing, and abilities being a Jao Moutinho. Going back, they had Sousa and players like that. But the strikers were always like Helder Postiger, who had come into Tottenham and got one goal, or should probably score against Everton. The odd goal, and they've never had like you say, an out goal scorer really, which all their ability has been spread around the pitch, but never really in the probably where they needed it, at the peak time. And he's the one, but they needed another one with him because he's only really gone into being a centre forward in his latter years. He was a wide player. He was a player who played off the striker, and I think they needed someone to take the physical elements away from him to allow him to do his thing, and he'd never really had that.
Spain are an interesting team because obviously having won a World Cup, a couple of European Championships, and then fallen flat last time out, I don't know how much is expected of them, but because there's not that much expected of them, you look at the side, you look at the players, and you think you know, they've still got a really good team. They've got. I think they've had to change the style slightly with Costa being up front. You know, but they've still got so much talent in that squad. I mean, the talent they've left out's incredible. So the talent they've got in it, and it'll be interesting to see them in the group stages to see how they put it all together, and if they can find. I mean, in the past it was you knew what you were getting. You were getting that pressing style, but added with the tiki-taka, but added with, you know, seeing Ramos there, you know, you added with that kind of bit of steel and a bit of directness when they needed it. But there was just such a fantastic football inside, and you know, the way when they beat Italy 4-0 in the Euros, it was just ridiculous how good they were. But so I think the group stage, I think it's an interesting group stage, because obviously having Portugal in there, I suppose they're nearest rivals in terms of location, and then having two sides that could present challenges, because they could shut up shop, or they could be a little bit more. Morocco strike me as a team that might be a little bit more physical. Iran, I imagine, probably be physical as well. So, but they might shut up shop, and that'll be interesting to see whether they can break them down. I think that gives them all the key ingredients to see how, you know, whether they can put it all together. Do you know what I mean? I think that's better than having a group where it's like easy, because I don't think you ever find anything out about yourselves if it's easy.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think you get easy games at this level anyway.
No,
the groups, you see groups and you go, that's a comfortable group, and the games don't always pan out exactly how you'd expect to. You know, I think Spain, you're right, they were outstanding in the 08.
Yeah.
You know, when they won the World Cup in 10 and the Euros again in 12. You know, that team was just absolutely brilliant. You know, and they were always I wouldn't say the butt of the jokes, but they've got no bottle, they can't put it together. They've got talented players, and then it clicked in 08, and they went on and on and on, and they have had to change the way they play now. They've got a wealth of talent. But at the top end of the pitch, you know, there was Torres and there was David Villa, you know, and
but it was also Xavi and Iniesta pulling the strings. I know Iniesta's still in there, but
and they had Pedro at times. You know, these smaller, faster players. Now they've got that physical presence of Diego Costa, who will cause problems for teams, and they flank him with players who can get goals as well. So, but they've still got the ability in the midfield. They've got, you know, that level of control that are technically a brilliant side, but they could go, you know, either way, couldn't they? The ability's there for them to win it quite comfortably, but if they're not heavy in terms of the goal scoring,
I think they got. That's what I'm saying about the group. I think they get off to a good start.
You play Portugal, you know, first game. In some respects, that's a good thing, but in other respects, if they were to lose the game, you know,
pressure on them.
They're going up against Iran, who broke the record for 12 consecutive clean sheets in qualifying. So they're quite.
No, that's wrong. It was North Korea who broke the.
Was it?
Yeah. Their record.
Unbelievable. They've never lost a game.
Never lost a game.
Won every World Cup apparently, according to Kim Jong Un. So they're obviously defensively very, very disciplined. You know, and I shouldn't imagine they're going to come out all guns blazing against those sides. You know, they probably look and think 5 points could get us out the group here, and they made their first game against Morocco.
Well, that's what's interesting for the flip side of those two. It's those two, because again, when we spoke about Group A and the way that panned out, this is similar. You know, Morocco and Iran.
If that's their winnable game,
you know, if they can get that win in that first game and then suddenly go into that second game, you know, especially if the winner of that one plays the loser of, you know, well, it could happen. But if the winner of one against the loser of the other, and then all the pressure suddenly is on.
It's a pressure game, isn't it?
It could be interesting.
You know, get a draw in that, and you're 4 points up. But I mean, both Morocco and Iran have got players to look out for. I mean, Morocco have got more household names than what Iran have. You know, you're talking Ziyech at Ajax, who's been linked with Everton quite a lot. Fantastic player, good ability, you know, direct. We've seen him being brilliant on the way to the Europa League final last year. You know, he hasn't quite been the same without Davy Klaassen. No, but you know, he's a very, very good player. There's Benatia at Juventus, the centre back, so he's obviously playing at a good level. So there's players who we know. You know, we've also singled out Sace, who's at Wolves. So people.
Morocco are like, obviously they're always a nation. They're a nation who are. That you can see Morocco from Spain. For a start, you can. I mean, that's actually that's 2 derbies.
Yeah.
Technically, it's not. Well, Gibraltar's not. Well, let's not get into that. Yeah. But you can on a clear day. You can see Morocco. You're not doing. Yeah. You can see Morocco. So actually, that's 2 derbies. That's 2 derbies. But Morocco, because they are right on the tip, it is that mix of like a European.
You're just thinking of El Hadji.
No.
You might thinking of El Hadji, you're thinking of Hassan Kashouf.
No, but what's interesting about Morocco is they almost straddle 3 continents because they're right on Europe, they're in Africa, and you've also got, you know, you've got the Middle East, and you've got Asia, or you know, they straddle really from their location. So you get different influences and style. You know, a lot of their players coming to Europe, and you have a lot of players from that area who are. I don't want to say European rejects, but when you look at teams like, you know, Algeria and Tunisia and these kind of, they have a mix. They have play. You know, they are the sons of people from Europe and things like that. So there's a lot of different styles. They have a lot of technical players in there as well. Yeah. You know, so that'll be a good game. You know, especially against Spain, and that'll be an interesting matchup of different cultures and stuff. So
well, we've got around, you know, picked out a couple. Jan Bash, Police broke the record for an African player in Europe. I think it is 21 goals last season for AZ.
No, it's not. It's Kim Jong-un again.
Again, you're right. Yeah, he scored 21 goals for AZ in the Eredivisie, and there's also Taremi, who's got 11 and 25 at international level, but he's a bit of a hothead. But he's a very, very good player, quick. And there's Godas, who played against Arsenal for Osterund, who's very good as well. So they've got players that can hurt you, but I expect Iran to be more disciplined than what Morocco will be in terms of start from the defensive point of view, keep it tight. But the interesting thing is, like you said, is the key games are almost the first game.
Yeah, you've got to be brave, haven't you, in your first game, because
a draw for both of them, although they say never lose your first game in these tournaments, when your next 2 games are Portugal and Spain, you've got to be brave, because if you can get the win, like you said,
because we've seen teams do that. I think New Zealand did it 4 years ago, didn't they? They went out the tournament undefeated.
3 draws.
3 draws.
It's nothing. You win the game, you've got the 3 points. No. If whoever win, you know, if you can win that opening game, essentially you can nick a point off both of those, you're through. 5 points, you're through. So I think, anyway, I know Spain and Portugal quite easily beat both of them and have 6, but you're giving yourself a good chance with the 5 points, aren't you? So who knows?
Yeah, it looks like a good group. One of the obviously starts on the Friday,
15th of June.
So yeah,
2 key games. It's the key games in the group. The opening game. It's
fascinating. Yeah, fascinating. First day of Group B. There you have it. There you go. Group B sorted. Let us know your thoughts in the comments if you have any thoughts. Is there anyone we missed out? Any names that we should be talking about? Who is going to be the star man for each of these teams? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.
Useless fact: Morocco manager managed Cambridge United for 25 games in 2004.
There you go.
Before he was sacked.
No, Kim
Jong-un
done it again, didn't he? And took into the Premier League.
Sorry, mate.
Won the Premier League
twice.
Yeah. Unbeaten.
Yeah.
See you later.